What's up YouTube, it's Dirty Dave. In this video I'm going to be doing a defense guide for compressor room and gear store here on the map Outback. Make sure to go down in the comments to check out the timestamps so you can watch the parts you want to see and skip the parts you don't. Also down in the description I'll be having my operator recommendations and notes for this guide, things that I'll mention that I won't mention while I speak. So let's get started with the guide. Beginning with the basics, we're going to go over the callouts for this objective. So bomb B is going to be compressor and bomb A is going to be gear. So for the more specific callouts for this objective, here we have this generator. A lot of maps have this same generator, so whenever they do have this, they call that area generator, or you can just call it tent because you do have one covering the corner. Then you have the shelves. That's for gear. Over here in compressor, you have these orange shelves, and then in the shape of a T, so you can call them T shells, orange shells, or a combo of those. Then you have the compressor tank, or just tank for short. Now going to the back side, we're going to have this convenience store according to the compass, but I like Mini Mart or Mart for short. It makes more sense to me and it's faster. So you have like the counter, the shelves, and then we have this freezer area. The compass says fridge, but this looks more like a freezer to me. And then we have the waiting room, but all the walls and whatnot is really blue, so I'll just call this blue for short and easy call out, at least the outside. Coming in the garage, there's a lot of specific call outs where you got the garage wall, second floor windows, yellow car lift. You got the workbench. Important call out over here is the lockers, so you have the locker window. Now going to the next room, we're gonna have reception. So reception is the outside, but where people are gonna be hiding behind are these desks. So just call this long desk and short desk to make things simple. Now going back to the objective, we're gonna go on the other side of the map. So this big area we're going to is gonna be restaurant. So to give it more specific call outs, a lot of the signs say kangaroo sandwich, so I'll just probably call this little cubby area kangaroo. And then this, it's kind of hard to give it a specific call out, but you could call this sandwich, because the sandwich, in terms of a lot of maps have the sandwich call out, and that's when they're kind of just like they're pinched, they're kind of closed in into a little area like a border in the lockers in the locker window. So that's called sandwich as well, and this is kind of like that. And then you have the main entrance, so I'll just call this whole area main entrance door. Then you have the below the shark stairs, shark balcony. Here we got the restaurant window, so I'll just call this area, like if someone's in this area, I'll just be like they came in from the restaurant window. Now the final area is gonna be kitchen. So you have the grill, so if people are hiding, like they're in the grill half of kitchen, this area hiding behind the grill. And then the storage half of kitchen. A lot of things where bags of food and beer, kegs of beer, the storage area. So that's it for the callouts. Let's go over reinforcements now. And with reinforcements, we're not going to be considering operators that would change up your reinforcements like Mira. This is a default standard setup. We have 10 reinforcements total, and we're going to be putting 3 on this compressor wall towards kitchen. So that's 3 of 10. The next 2 reinforcements are going to be here on the gear wall to restaurant. That's 5 out of 10 reinforcements. Now going to the back side, we're going to put one right here in the freezer single wall. So that takes us to 6 reinforcements facing blue. So go to the 7th and 8th reinforcement is to be on the garage wall. And the 9th and 10th reinforcement, there's some options. This freezer wall, I initially, when I was doing trying to figure out this objective, I put the 2 reinforcements here because I thought this wall took 2 reinforcements, but it actually takes 3. But it's still a good like place to reinforce, and you can just leave this wall soft so you can hold angles onto the locker area in the back. But for the last 2 reinforcements, I'll probably put them on kitchen wall to reception. So this right there. So that's our reinforcements. Let's go over rotation. So I already made them with the impact grenades, so right here's one just to the 2 objectives, something a little bit more simple, easier. And then the final rotation will be over here from gear to mart. So just objective rotations between the rooms around the objective. If there could be a special setup where you can have a rotation from compressor to gear, I'll probably mention a little bit later, but I wouldn't really recommend it unless you have like a fully coordinated setup. Now with rotations, let's go over barbed wire. I recommend at least 4 pieces, so 2 sets, or you can have to 6 pieces, 3 sets. So put one set of barbed wire, so like a piece right here and probably a piece before the door. Another set of barbed wire, so 2 pieces would be just right here, this area, the sandwich area, so right there, then at the door. And then the final set of barbed wire would be over here in blue if you do have that extra set. For barricades, I'll just barricade off blue, barricade off this far kitchen door, and then barricade off compressor door and this reception area just for the quick rush flank. So that's it for the basics. Let's go over to the advanced portion of the guide. Beginning with the advanced portion of the guide, we're going to go on to vertical play. So these are going to be some nice angles from above to watch high traffic areas and key entry points. So the first spot here is going to be watching the compressor door, you know, that door that I mentioned that people like to rush from. So just above here in office. And the other ejective door in compressor is to be over here in the office supplies or the office closet. So here in the corner under the shelves, you can watch that door from above. Now kind of watching the restaurant area, gonna be behind this, like these boxes. You can watch restaurant, the main entrance, and if you lay down, you can see a bit if they hop into the window and play that back area. You get some angles onto them, and the closer up you can see garage stairs if they try to come up or come down from there, and a bit closer into the main entrance. Now going over to Bull, we're going to be watching kitchen from above. So if you open up this hatch, you can use this as a rotation, but what I mainly like this for is if they try to hard breach this kitchen wall, you can open up the hatch and just deny it from above. And then just for angles right here, you can watch the kitchen door to the hallway, and then the restaurant door to kitchen. These 2 doors, pretty useful. And then the final vertical angle spot, well, actually 2 more. The final one is one that I really like, but this one just to watch as soon as they come in from that restaurant window, catch them off guard right there. But the final one, this one's to watch reception, and you can see pretty far deep in here. So other side of this vending machine is the reception door, so you can see them if they come in from the outside on that ping. And if you go far back enough, right on that ping, we can see the reception door going into garage lockers. So you can see pretty deep and just pretty solid angles from above. And that's it for our vertical play. Let's go into the operator specific things. Onto Mira. First, I'm going to show you guys, in my opinion, the best mirror setup for this objective. So this first mirror window is going to be here in gear store, facing a restaurant. This mirror is just really useful to watch a high traffic area, a key area for the attackers to push from. And this mirror window helps counter that. Pretty simple. See a bit into kitchen. You can see a bit if they hop into the restaurant window, and then you can see if they try to come through the main entrance. So key area, useful mirror. I tried messing around with putting a mirror right here on the compressor wall facing kitchen, but too much is blocked. This storage wall kind of blocks it a bit, and then the dishwashing area sink blocks off the door, so not a very good place to put a mirror. And you also have this flank right there. And then also, I forgot to mention, but with that wall that I put that first mirror window on, I recommend that we put 2 reinforcements on it. But since we're going to be putting a mirror window, that saves us 1 reinforcement. And we can put the second reinforcement, or the reinforcement we save up here for the second mirror, which we're going to be putting in office, facing party and bull. And just help you defend up here so you can maintain that vertical play and have the high ground advantage. So just useful watchable window and just pretty simple, but it just help you control high key areas. I definitely recommend that you have someone up here with you to help defend garage and whatnot. And also to add to the barricades, I'll make sure I lock off this area, maybe put some traps at this window, but just barricade these doors so you don't get flanked as easily trying to defend up here. That's it for the main setup for mirror, but I'm going to go into the next round and show you guys another option for a mirror window. Onto the alternative mirror spot, we're going to be putting it in freezer facing garage to watch the garage lockers area. So it's really important to hold off this area, and the mirror window helps you do this. So if you don't decide to use this mirror window, which I don't know, it's a good one, but I think the other ones kind of hold down more harder to hold down areas, if that makes sense. Like the other areas are harder to keep control, so you want to use the mirrors to help you. But if you don't use this one, I'd still try to like play an ACOG back here and leave this wall soft and just maintain control of lockers, stopping them from rushing in, because the big problem with this area is that there's two easy entrances from the outside into the objective. So you have the locker window and the reception door, and they're just both quick entrances into objective, so we need to make sure we have control. So if you don't use the mirror, make sure you have barbed wire and some traps, something to help keep that back. So right here, the mirror window again, just keep them back from lockers. If you don't use this mirror, ACOG in the back, and also you can just watch garage and the second floor garage window. So that's it for this mirror. Let's go on to the next operator. On to Valkyrie. I'm going to show you guys my favorite Val cams for this objective. So this first Val cam, we're going to be using it to watch restaurant, and we're going to be throwing it in the shark's mouth. So right there, you'll be able to see kitchen, hallway, main entrance, and majority of restaurants, so high traffic area, useful Valkyrie cam. The second Valkyrie cam that I like the most is gonna be for the reception area. This has two options, whether you want to be more passive or aggressive with this Val cam in terms of how you use the intel. I accidentally threw it. So you can kind of stand outside this door without getting detected. Still got too much. Okay, this is good. So we're gonna be aiming to throw this Valkyrie cam about right there. And we're going to want to aim higher than that tallest pole, so line it up about right there. That's solid. So with this Val cam, we will see if they're trying to come through the reception door or locker window, and those two entries are the rush entries. So a good Valkyrie cam to help you counter that and just take them out. So if they're trying to come through here, actually I need my deagle ammo for later. Take them out. Or they're coming around from the other spawn, take them out, and you have these vans that protect you. Pretty solid. I want my Valkyrie cam back. Okay, there we go. And then the more passive one, just for good intel, you can throw it right here. And these neon lights just help overpower the blue lights and just keep them more covered. You know, it's partially transparent, so really helps the Valkyrie cam to blend in and watch reception. So here it is. You can see a bit of locker window if they hop through. Solid Valkyrie cam. Now for the final Valkyrie spa or areas, actually there's two more, but these are kind of more optional and something you can think about and consider for yourself. But a key area to watch is right here, the bull area, the shark area. But we have this nice default cam that does that already, and it's pretty well hidden. It's actually kind of hard to spot, and the attackers have to be in the area already to shoot it out. And if you guys play the defense how I recommend it, then the attackers, they don't really have a chance to shoot out this default cam. So pretty solid cam, but if you think it'll get shot out pretty easily, just throw some in the buildings, you know, blend it in. There's plenty of spots for Valkyrie cam to blend in and hide. But if you want to throw one right here to watch the back side, because that default cam watches the north side, but if you want one for the back side, the south side, you have watch office and the second floor of garage and a bit of the first floor. So pretty solid Val cam. Now to the final area. This is going to be first floor, so this one's going to be used to watch lockers. And what you can do with this Valkyrie cam is that you can kind of hide it in the ceiling. So with this, it's kind of getting blocked out, but we can fix that. So to fix that, we're going to be shooting the ceiling to the side of it, right there. So you can see pretty deep into lockers. Maybe if you probably go a little bit further right, you'll see a little bit deeper, just how angles work. But it's solid Valkyrie cam. And if you throw it a little bit further back this way, then you'll be able to see deeper into garage. Not the perfect placement, but pretty solid Valkyrie cam. Keep it well hidden. It fell now. So kind of cam that does the same thing, but a bit easier to do if you don't have the time to do it, or the deagle ammo. And just toss it right here in the freezer corner. See a bit into freezer, but most importantly, you can see the locker entrance and first floor garage. So that's it for Valkyrie. Let's go on to the next operator. On to Maestro. I'm going to show you guys some evil eye spots, but before we get to that, I need to cover a few things real quick. So if we use Mira, how I recommend, she's going to be watching the north side of the map. You know, her windows are really hard to get rid of. You know, they're bulletproof. indestructible in a lot of ways, so they'll be watching the north side. And evil eyes are pretty similar in terms of how indestructible they are to Mira. Pretty hard to get rid of. So we're going to be using his evil eyes to watch the south side, opposite of Mira. But with Maestro and Echo, I'll be covering a little bit of Echo here too. Echo's a little bit more flexible, he just has to react to the situation. But they should be anchoring in Mini Mart and just using their ACOGs to cover the locker area, the back rush into ejective door right there. So using their ACOGs to cover that. Now onto the actual evil eye spots. We're going to be putting one here on the blue door to watch the south side. So good spot right here. You can see them hop through the blue window if they try to rush through. See garage, wall, window, the ejective door right there, so you'll be able to call out if they came through there like a 1v1 situation. Some guys anchoring A, they go through the B door, you'll be able to call that out. So pretty useful cam, gives you good intel. And the second floor version of this cam would be just right above it for the most part. And this one I showed in the previous ejective guide for party and office, so you can toss it right here and you just see the second floor part. See a bit better through the windows, the garage stairs, and first floor. Now going to the side of the map, do rest or reception. You can put it right here on top of the long desk, so you want to shoot out these papers, punch out the clock, be able to watch reception with this. Pretty solid. There's that. I'm gonna need that back. Now going into restaurant to watch another key area. So this is kind of where it gets overlapping with the mirror windows if you do take it. Or if you don't take Mira, then you probably could use these. So you could put it right here on this box. Come on. Let me do it earlier. There we go. There we go. So you can watch the main entrance right there. You can't zap them all the way, but you'll be able to see if they come through. In a bit of kitchen, zap them as they come through. So pretty solid. If you want to get one that's further back, kind of watch the kitchen hallway bit. Put it right here, just further back. It's just optional. There. So, and then for the final evil eye spot is going to be an ejective. I was checking something real quick on my laptop, my bad. Final one here in ejective is going to be on top of the grill here in gear store. So get it to the right as much as possible so you can see into the other ejective. Oh, come on. You can do it. Come on. There we go. This should work. And so this is just your ejective evil eye. See the restaurant door, Mini Mart over there, compressor. So pretty solid evil eye spots, and that's it for Maestro. Let's go into the next operators. Alright, this portion I'm going to be covering Castle and Frost. They're a bit of an X factor on this ejective. Castle's not taken often, but when he is taken, he's going to be pretty damn useful. So we're going to be putting a Castle Barricade on this door just to help keep the rush back from the locker window and reception door. You guys probably heard me say that many times by now, but it's a pretty important area to lock out. So the next area is going to be here in the waiting room to Mini Mart. Lock off this area as well. Also kind of help you reassure that your anchors are safe down here, like I said, Maestra and Echo, so that you don't have to worry about getting like shot at from the side. They have their anchor, the other anchor and ejective covering the right, Castle covering the left, and they can just worry about shooting out lockers straight ahead. And then the final Castle Barricade, this is where there's some options to it and you can do some freaky things. But here I like kitchen door, because if they're coming in doing a wide sweep, it kind of stops them from coming straight through kitchen, and it forces them into the line of sight of your mirror. So like I said, mirror window right here. If they don't have a way to breach through, they're gonna have to come around into the line of sight of your mirror. And also I like playing this area. I've done it before, and just like watching the main entrance just right here through this kitchen window. It's actually pretty nice. play. So if you want to be freaky, you can probably make a rotation to here, reinforce this off, you know, abandoned batteries, castle this, and then just play through this restaurant window, kitchen window. So that's for most part for castle. But if you play the Mira upstairs, you're definitely, like I mentioned earlier, you want to barricade off this connector side. So barricade this side off, and you can put a castle barricade instead of the kitchen door one if you want. Now onto frost. So just real quick, it's gonna be similar frost traps that I mentioned to the same defense guide over here, party and office. You're gonna want to put a frost trap on this window because you have the railing to cover it so it can't get shot out from the opposite window. Like if you put a frost trap right there, they can shoot it out from over here from the outside, and you don't want that. So frost trap right there is really good. Frost trap at the blue window is good as well, and then a frost trap at locker window is good. So those are the 3 spots that I recommend the most. But with the second floor one, you can also again put it to protect your Mira. So you can put it at bull window. Well, I prefer this window a bit more, the electrical window over here. So that's it for frost and castle, and let's go on to the other operators. Alright, now we're going to be covering the other operators. This is the final portion of the video, so let's get to it. The other operators are going to be, I have a list, let me get to it real quick. Jager, Lesion, Smoke, Echo, and Roamer, so I'll just cover them real quick. So with Jager, since we're already him, you're going to want to put his ADSs or Magpies on the objective doors, next to castles, or next to mirror windows. So right here, this is the option, so you can put a ADS right there. Put on the objective door there. You can put on the Mini Mart door, and it's really good to put Jaegers next to castles because it takes explosives to destroy the castle. So here's another option, and with those explosives, they're going to be burned out pretty easy using up the castles, then get burned up with the Jaeger ADS as well. So when it comes to the final execution on the objective, they're going to really have nothing, like no smokes, no explosives. So right here for the other Mira, so a good spot. So that's it for Jaeger. Going on to Lesion and Smoke, and also with Jaeger, they're going to be roaming up top, defending garage, using this Mira above. So with Lesion, just make sure you put some on the back hall right there, maybe at the window, like similar to frost traps, where you put the frost traps, use your Lesion mines, and just defend above. So if you take Smoke, make sure you take the FMG-9 because these are going to be long-range gunfights, and with the SMG-11, you can get the kills if you can control the recoil very well, or just get those headshots. But with FMG-9, it's going to be much easier. And just defending up top, and then defending the backside over here. So that's Lesion, Smoke. And then next up is going to be Echo. One thing I want to mention really quick with Echo that I wanted to when I was going over Maestro or Valkyrie is that with the Valkyrie cam, we threw it inside the shark's mouth, and you can do the same thing with Echo's yokai drone. So I want to mention that as well. So pretty nice. But with Echo, for the most part, you're going to have one like in objective and the other Echo drone helping out your roamers. So that's it for that. And the last part is going to be roamers. Just nothing much to show again, really. Just make sure for the roamers to use that vertical play that I show, like open up this hatch, the angles from above, so you can see the kitchen door, or over here in reception. Just make sure to use those angles, take advantage of that. So right there you can see into reception. So pretty solid. Just take advantage of those angles. So yeah, that's about it. Not too much to say. They're just pretty like reactionary operators. There's nothing like you can really set up ahead of time. You have to react how the attackers are playing. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you want, oh man, I fucked up the outro, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.